Here's something most of us were never told. The system you were born into doesn't just affect one type of person, it shapes and limits every single one of us, whether we realize it or not. Welcome back to the Revolution Resolution. This year, we commit to seeing clearly and choosing differently. I'm Malaika Tubbs, author of Erased and The Three Mothers. In these 5 minutes, we peel back another layer of the system we inherited so we can move from confusion to clarity, from self-blame to self-trust, and from surviving toward liberation. We often hear people talk about systems as if they only affect certain groups, as if some of us are caught in them and others get to float above them untouched. But that has never been true. The system we're talking about touches everyone because it tells all of us who we are allowed to be and who we are not. Some people are pressured to shrink. Others are pressured to harden. Some are told to serve. Others are told to lead. Some are pushed into silence. Others are pushed into performance. But the outcome is the same. None of us are allowed to be our full human selves. This is why I say the system doesn't just harm the people who are clearly disadvantaged within it. It also harms the people who are supposedly its beneficiaries. Because being told you must never show weakness, that's not freedom. Being told you must carry everything alone, that's not freedom. Being told you must dominate, succeed, or outperform to matter, that's not freedom either. And being told your worth depends on how well you fit a role you never agreed to play, that is definitely not freedom. So yes, people experience this system differently. Some face more direct harm, some face systemic barriers, some bear the emotional load, some bear the physical danger, some bear both. But everyone is shaped by the same architecture. And understanding that helps us do something crucial. We stop blaming each other. Because once you see the structure behind all of this, the expectations, the rules, the invisible messages, you realize that so many of our conflicts, so many of our misunderstandings, and so many of our hurts come from trying to live inside a design none of us created. This shifts everything. Instead of thinking, what's wrong with me? Instead of thinking, what's wrong with them? We begin asking, what's wrong with the story we were all handed? That question opens the door to compassion. Compassion for ourselves, compassion for the people we love, and compassion for those who hold more power in this system, because many of them were shaped, limited, and confined by expectations they never chose. Compassion does not mean lack of responsibility. In fact, it creates the conditions for responsibility. When we understand that the system affects everyone, we're not excusing inequity. We're naming it clearly enough that those with more power are invited and expected to join the work of changing it. Not from a place of guilt or shame, but from a place of possibility and responsibility. The responsibility to help build something better than what we inherited. Because the truth is, we all deserve more than the roles we were assigned. We all deserve to be fully human again. And that becomes possible when we see the system clearly and stop turning against ourselves or each other. In this series, we'll keep uncovering how the system shows up in our daily lives, in our relationships, our self-worth, our stress, our choices, and our bodies, so we can release what was never ours to carry. Thank you for joining me for the Revolution Resolution. If this has helped you find more clarity, share it, subscribe, and bring someone you love into the journey with us. I'll be back in a few days with your next step toward finding liberation.